The Stoic View of Happiness. What is happiness, and how can we achieve it? This is one of the most fundamental and important questions that humans have asked throughout history, and that different schools of philosophy have tried to answer. One of the most influential and enduring answers comes from the philosophy of Stoicism, a school of thought that originated in ancient Greece and Rome, and was later revived and popularized by modern thinkers such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Stoicism teaches that the ultimate goal of human life is to achieve happiness, which is not dependent on external things such as wealth, fame, power, or pleasure, but on our own inner state of mind. Happiness is attained by living in harmony with nature and by cultivating virtue, reason, and self-control. In this article, we will explore the Stoic view of happiness and how it can help us to live a better and more meaningful life. What is happiness according to Stoicism? According to Stoicism, happiness is not a feeling or an emotion, but a state of being, a way of living, and a quality of character. Happiness is not something that we can pursue or obtain from outside sources, but something that we can develop and maintain from within ourselves. Happiness is not something that we can lose or gain by chance or fate, but something that we can preserve and protect by our own choice and action. The Stoic view of happiness is based on two main concepts: living in agreement with nature and living according to virtue. Living in agreement with nature. Living in agreement with nature means to live according to our nature as rational and social beings, and to follow the natural order and laws of the universe. Living in agreement with nature also means to accept the things that are outside our control and to not let them disturb our peace of mind or happiness. Stoicism teaches that everything that happens in the world is governed by a divine and rational principle called logos, which is the source of all wisdom and order. Everything that happens is part of a larger plan and has a purpose and a reason, even if we do not understand it or agree with it. Everything that happens is also inevitable and necessary, and cannot be changed or avoided by our will or action. Therefore, the Stoic view of happiness is to align our will and action with the logos, and to embrace whatever happens as part of the natural and divine plan. By doing so, we can avoid unnecessary stress, anxiety, anger, and frustration, and maintain a positive and rational attitude. We can also use the challenges and difficulties that we face as opportunities to practice and improve our virtues and to grow as human beings. Living according to virtue. Living according to virtue means to develop and practice the four cardinal virtues, which are the qualities that make us good human beings, and that are the same for everyone, regardless of their circumstances. The four virtues are wisdom, the ability to use reason and logic to understand the nature of things and to make sound judgments and decisions. Courage, the ability to face and overcome fear, pain, danger, and adversity, and to act according to our values and principles. Justice, the ability to treat others fairly and kindly, and to respect their rights and dignity. Temperance, the ability to control our impulses and desires, and to moderate our actions and emotions. The Stoic view of happiness is to cultivate and practice these virtues in every situation and circumstance that we encounter, and to measure our progress by our own standards, not by the opinions of others. The Stoic view of happiness is also to be grateful for what we have, and not to be greedy or envious for what we do not have. How can we achieve happiness according to Stoicism? According to Stoicism, happiness is not something that we can achieve once and for all, but something that we can pursue and maintain throughout our lives by following the principles and practices of Stoicism. Some of the main principles and practices of Stoicism that can help us to achieve happiness are: understand the dichotomy of control, which is the distinction between the things that are within our control and the things that are not. Focus on the things that are within our control and accept the things that are not with calmness and detachment. Use reason as your guide and examine and evaluate your thoughts and emotions before you act on them. Correct and improve your thoughts and emotions if they are irrational or harmful. Practice the four virtues and apply them to every situation and circumstance that you encounter. Measure your progress by your own standards, not by the opinions of others. Be grateful and content with what you have and with what you are. Do not compare yourself or your situation to others or to unrealistic ideals. Live in the present and do not dwell on the past or worry about the future. Make the best use of the present moment and prepare yourself for the worst possible scenarios. Face and embrace death, which is a natural and inevitable part of life. Do not fear or avoid death, but be ready and willing to die at any moment with dignity and courage. The Stoic view of happiness is based on living in harmony with nature and cultivating virtue, reason, and self-control. The Stoic view of happiness is not dependent on external things, but on our own inner state of mind. The Stoic view of happiness can help us to cope with the challenges and difficulties of life and to improve our character and behavior. The Stoic view of happiness can also help us to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. We can achieve happiness according to Stoicism by following the principles and practices of Stoicism. By applying the principles and practices of Stoicism, we can achieve the Stoic view of happiness and live a better and more meaningful life. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified of new videos. I'd appreciate your comments and suggestions. Don't miss other interesting videos on my channel. See you next time.